The Indo-Pacific is a vast region stretching from Africa's east coast to the America's western shores, connecting the Indian and Pacific Oceans. It's the world's main trade artery, carrying over half of global shipping and powering the global economy. Home to more than half the world's population, including giants like India, China, and Indonesia, it's a hub of diversity and growth. The region's stability is crucial for global peace and prosperity. What happens here affects everyone, everywhere. But the Indo-Pacific is also a stage for rising tensions and competition as countries vie for influence and security. Understanding this region means seeing how interconnected actions shape global outcomes. In this video, we'll break down the U.S. China rivalry, key flashpoints like the South China Sea and Taiwan, and the roles of other major players. By piecing together these dynamics, we'll see why the Indo-Pacific is the world's most important and contested region. At the heart of Indo-Pacific tensions is the escalating rivalry between the United States and China. The U.S. has long been the region's dominant military and political force, promoting a free and open Indo-Pacific through alliances with Japan, South Korea, and Australia. China, now a global powerhouse, seeks greater influence and views the U.S. presence as an attempt to contain its rise. Beijing is rapidly expanding its military, asserting territorial claims, and offering its own vision for the region, one centered on Chinese leadership. This isn't just a military contest. It's a clash of systems democracy versus authoritarianism. Both nations compete for influence through trade, technology, and security partnerships, forcing smaller countries into tough choices. The result, a region marked by uncertainty, frequent military maneuvers, and the constant risk of escalation. The U.S.-China rivalry now defines the Indo-Pacific, and its outcome will shape the global order. Understanding this competition is key to grasping the region's future. The South China Sea is a major flashpoint, vital for global trade and rich in resources, but fiercely contested. China claims nearly the entire sea, building artificial islands with military bases to enforce its control, despite international legal rulings against these claims. Other countries, Vietnam, the Philippines, Malaysia, and Brunei, strongly object, seeing China's actions as violations of their sovereignty. The U.S. challenges China's claims by conducting freedom of navigation operations, keeping sea lanes open for all. Tensions run high, with frequent close encounters between naval vessels and confrontations with local fishermen. The South China Sea has become a symbol of the broader U.S.-China rivalry, where a single misstep could spark a global crisis. Its fate will impact the world's economy and security. The Taiwan Strait is the Indo-Pacific's most dangerous flashpoint. China sees Taiwan as a breakaway province, vowing reunification, by force if necessary, while Taiwan's people increasingly identify as independent. The U.S. maintains strategic ambiguity, supplying Taiwan with defensive arms but not explicitly promising military intervention. Taiwan's global importance is huge. It's a democracy and the world's top producer of advanced semiconductors. A conflict here would devastate the global economy and disrupt critical supply chains. China has ramped up military pressure, flying warplanes near Taiwan and staging invasion drills. The situation is a high-stakes balancing act. Any move toward formal independence or a shift in U.S. policy could trigger war. The world watches closely, knowing that a crisis in the Taiwan Strait would have far-reaching consequences. The stakes, economic, political, and human, couldn't be higher. The future of Taiwan is a test for the entire international system. The Korean Peninsula remains a volatile flashpoint, divided between democratic South Korea and nuclear-armed North Korea. North Korea's relentless pursuit of nuclear weapons and missile technology threatens not just its neighbors, but the world. Recent years have seen record missile tests, aggressive rhetoric, and a deepening alliance with Russia, complicating efforts to contain Pyongyang. The U.S. maintains a strong military presence in South Korea to deter conflict, but the risk of escalation remains ever present. Any war here would be catastrophic, with massive casualties and global economic fallout. North Korea's unpredictability, growing arsenal, and new partnerships make the peninsula more dangerous than ever. The world cannot afford to ignore this enduring threat. The Indo-Pacific isn't just about the U.S. and China. Middle powers like India, Japan, and Australia play pivotal roles. Japan is boosting its defense, moving beyond its pacifist past to counter regional threats and support a rules-based order. Australia, feeling China's pressure, has joined the AUKUS pact to acquire nuclear-powered submarines and strengthen its security. India, after deadly border clashes with China, is drawing closer to the U.S. and its partners through the Quad, while maintaining strategic autonomy. These countries can't match the superpowers alone, but together, they shape the region's balance of power. Their actions, military, diplomatic, and economic, help deter aggression and promote stability. The choices of these middle powers will be crucial in managing tensions and preventing conflict. Their cooperation is key to a stable Indo-Pacific. The region's future depends on their ability to navigate great power rivalry. ASEAN, the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, sits at the Indo-Pacific's crossroads, balancing between the U.S. and China. China is ASEAN's top trading partner, but its assertiveness in the South China Sea worries many members. The U.S. offers security, but ASEAN nations resist choosing sides, striving for unity and centrality in regional diplomacy. ASEAN's diversity, ranging from pro-China states to those with direct disputes, makes consensus difficult. Still, ASEAN provides a vital platform for dialogue, helping to manage tensions and promote peaceful solutions. Its commitment to non-interference and consensus is tested by crises like Myanmar, but its role remains essential. As great power rivalry intensifies, ASEAN's unity and relevance are under pressure. Its balancing act will shape the region's stability. The Indo-Pacific is the world's economic engine, but its prosperity is threatened by strategic rivalry. The U.S. and China are deeply intertwined, rivals in security, but partners in trade and technology. This paradox is under strain as both sides restrict tech exports and seek to secure supply chains, especially in semiconductors. Taiwan and South Korea dominate chip production, making the region a critical and vulnerable link in the global economy. Disruption here would halt everything from smartphones to cars and military hardware. Countries are racing to build their own tech industries, but decoupling is costly and slow. The big question: can economic ties prevent conflict, or will security fears break globalization apart? The Indo-Pacific will decide the future of global trade, technology, and prosperity. The stakes for the world economy have never been higher. The Indo-Pacific is a region of both promise and peril, dynamic, diverse, and deeply interconnected. Great power rivalry, flashpoints, and economic competition make it the world's most consequential region. A conflict here would disrupt global supply chains, energy flows, and economic stability everywhere. The path forward demands careful diplomacy, open communication, and shared responsibility among all players. Middle powers and organizations like ASEAN are vital in building guardrails against conflict. The region's future depends on managing rivalries while cooperating on shared challenges like climate change and development. A free, open, and peaceful Indo-Pacific isn't just a slogan, it's a global necessity. The world's eyes are on the Indo-Pacific because its future is our future too.